It's official, after Real Madrid's 3-1 victory over Villarreal and Barcelona's crushing 4-1 defeat to Sevilla, the merengue club has returned to the top of La Liga, relegating the Catalans to second place once again. The Catalans fans are utterly frustrated, disappointed, and angry, as they not only lost, but were humiliated in a match that left many doubts about the team's performance. Barcelona's defeat ended their unbeaten run in the worst possible way. The team was clearly outplayed and suffered a painful defeat, compounded by the fact that almost half of the squad was injured. Key players in defense and midfield were unavailable, limiting Hansi Flick's options. However, for many analysts and fans, the absences do not justify the poor collective performance displayed at the Sánchez Pizjuán. Barcelona tried to maintain their usual style of possession and high pressing, but were overwhelmed by Sevilla's intensity and effectiveness, which capitalized on every mistake made by the Catalan defense. The Andalusian side harshly punished the lapses in the defensive line and the lack of coordination in midfield. As the match progressed, Barca's disorganization became more evident, and Sevilla made no mistake, closing the first half with a lead that proved impossible to overcome. With this result, Real Madrid not only regained the lead, but also strengthened their confidence in the title fight. Meanwhile, Barcelona sees their chances of staying in the fight diminish considerably. The defeat comes at a difficult time in the season, when the schedule becomes more demanding and criticism of Flick begins to grow. On social media, fans blame various officials. Some point to the defense, which repeatedly failed by playing too far forward. Others accuse the midfield of failing to control the pace of the match or adequately protect the defense. Others point the finger directly at the coach, questioning his tactical approach and substitution management. One of the most mentioned names after the thrashing was Ronald Araujo. The Uruguayan defender, considered one of the team's leaders, performed far below his usual level. He failed to mark, lost dangerous balls, and was overwhelmed in several plays. For many, he was primarily responsible for the defensive debacle. However, others argue that blaming Araujo alone would be unfair, as the problem was widespread. Barcelona as a whole failed. The defeat against Sevilla was the result of collective errors and a poor group performance that must be corrected as soon as possible.